when he looked at the meaning of symbology associated with the color red in both scriptures and secular history, uh, we have a better understanding of the nature and identity of Esau Edom and who he is to be identified with. Here are some illustrations. Now, it goes into some of the illustrations and bullet points of the things to pay attention to. But one that is so clear cut to show you who Esau is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you go to the sixth bullet point, it says the banking industry, which is part of the Red Babylon's economy controlled over Christendom, is led by the Jewish banking family of Rothschilds, which means red shield.
So it just plainly said that they were Edomites. That it's going into that the elite banking family of the world are Edomites, of other descendants of Esau, the ones who rule everything. They know them as them damn self. That they're Edomites. You got it right.
Then you skip three bullet points down. It says the Jewish author, the historian, the Jewish author and historian, Amalekites got some fucked up names. Kolsterler? I don't give a fuck. Anyways, shows that the Jewish Khazars, from which many Jews are derived, and they talking about modern time Jews, the Jewish that are living in the land of Israel, from which many Jews are derived, were commonly known as red Jews. Which would be associating that the Edomites that converted over into the Judaism.
Yeah, because they converted over onto that during Kagan Bullen.
Yep.
And then they got into the Holy Land during the Balfour Declaration. These devils know they some converts, man. They're not truly Israelites, man. And you damn Christians think these white people are they're good people. They're good. No, these motherfuckers are descendants of the devil, man. These motherfuckers are the only nation on the planet Earth that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna have no pity on. And he's gonna
and I was gonna read the last paragraph of this chapter, and then the chapter after that it says Esau hated by the Most High.
Yeah.
So let me read this last chapter. I'm skipping down. It says the color red is as predominantly associated with the Jews and their activities. And when it says the Jews, it's talking about the Khazars and their activities as it is with that of Esau Edom. Also note that there are no positive and redeeming attributes associated with the color red in connection to Esau or in its association to the Jews, the Khazars. Red is always representative of something bad or negative, such as bloodshed.
I was about to say blood too.
Sins. The Babylonian system.
Hey, that's why I said in Revelations that Babylon he's seen
the daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, he's seen it with
scarlet dress.
Blood, the blood of the saints. Shit. This devil is a
drunken with the blood of the saints.
Motherfucking bloody devil, man. This red monkey, man. We're exposing you, man. So the spirit and power be out by Shah that you
on the
white. Oh yeah.
No, I was just on the American flag. That's what they got the red on there for.
Yeah.
All right. The red is the blood of the people that they killed to take the land. The white is for them themselves to represent their supremacy and superiority. And that blue that's the waters they came across. All right. That's red is the color of the wicked man. Red is the color of Esau Edom.
That's the mark that the Lord gave this devil, man. He stripped him of his pigmentation. That's the mark that you did. And that shit. We get to that. You got that.
War, communism, etc. Esau Edom and his descendants are predecessors of these characteristics.
Yeah.
And then he goes into Esau hated by God. So I don't know if you want me to keep going.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's just, hey, you Edomites, man, you're being shown forth. That you're the devil, man. Just accept it. That's your lot, man. To be the devil that Yahweh Shem Yahushua despises and that he's gonna destroy. Look at this real quick. This is Genesis 4 and then 11 and then I start from 10. And he said, "What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother cries unto me from the ground." And this speaking to the Lord, speaking to Cain, because he killed his brother. "And now art thou cursed from the earth." He stripped him of his pigmentation, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand, which when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield her strength. And that's how this devil's in power right now, and the earth is under so much stress, man. It can't yield fruit. It can't bring forth life. All the damn trees, you look at a tree, the tree look bugged out. It's all the damn trees look like willow trees. They all sad and shit. That's all these, through this devil, the earth is being destroyed, man. It's because the earth can't yield her strength. It's not strong when this devil is in power, because Cain is the same spirit of this modern day devil.
Real quick,
Okay.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right, the whole world is mourning along with it. All right, because the wicked, which is Esau, are in rulership, so they put the people and the entire planet under their oppression.
Yeah, this is Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 4. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land.
Ooh, God.
A Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. Esau don't keep the Sabbath, man. This devil don't keep the Sabbath, man. So of course the land gonna be in mourning.
You keep reaping and reaping and reaping something and he ain't got no rest. It's gonna be fucked up.
I got one more quick precept. This Leviticus chapter 26 verse 34, just to prove the fact. Then shall the land enjoy her Sabbaths, as long as it lieth desolate, and ye be in your enemy's land. Even then shall the land rest and enjoy her Sabbath. So that's more proof that the earth is alive. But yeah, that's it.
Hey, back in Genesis 3 and 4 and 12, a fugitive, a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. So that's Esau. He's a fugitive, a vagabond. He ain't got no home. He traveled around the world and take everybody else's shit, like say in Habakkuk 2 and 5. He cannot stay at home, man. This devil goes around the world pushing his philosophy, pushing death and hell through the entire planet Earth. And Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. So Esau, Cain, same spirit. The Lord ain't dealing with y'all, man. Cain said himself, which is modern day would be Esau, that the Lord's face is turned from Cain, man. Esau ain't got nothing to do with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. He can't get with this, man. He can't get with the truth, because the face of the Lord is speaking about the wisdom, knowledge, of understanding. The Lord hasn't given that unto Esau. He turned his face from him. And we're about to say something. Okay. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. And that's how everybody's feeling. Everybody's finding out that this devil, this Edomite, is the one who's putting all this hell upon the earth. And everybody wants to kill this motherfucker. All these heathens want to kill this motherfucker, man. Apostle Gabar just did a video on that mentioning this, man. How these heathens call you the great Satan. Them Ishmaelites over there call you the great Satan. They want to kill your ass, man. And therefore, and the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua said unto him, therefore, whosoever slays Cain, then it shall be taken of him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua set a mark upon Cain, lest any find him should kill him. So the Lord set that mark of leprosy upon his ass, so you can, for one, you can know who this motherfucker is, and for two, so if anyone slew this motherfucker, they'll be paid back sevenfold. That's why when the Edomite die, it's like the whole world's ending, man. The whole world ended when one Edomite cop died. Everybody, we gotta find this guy. We gotta get this guy.
This man must be brought to justice.
Justice must be served today.
He said today.
When we was in slavery, if a nigga revolted and up and killed a cracker, or if they even suspected a nigga doing some shit like that,
oh man,
they did him. They killed him in a very vicious and horrific manner. All right. Not only did they hang him, they probably burnt him. They probably mutilated him. All right. Decapitated him. Cut his rod off.
right.
All right.
They did everything. Hold on, but you forget, because in the movie Birth of a Nation, they was after Nate Turner, but when they caught Nate Turner, they still was going after niggas in general.
Well, they chopped him up to pieces and sold his body parts off. It says it in the ending clips. That was a punishment sevenfold.
But they still went after more niggas.
Or tenfold, yeah.
They was like, actually, no, Salaki. Before they caught him, they was like, you know what, fuck it, we just killing off all these niggas that we even have a suspicion about.
Yeah, the book 100 Years of Lynching, as Jake, his son whooped up an Edomite. He whooped up an Edomite's son's ass, and his son was the sheriff. Jake whooped the sheriff's son's ass. He beat his ass. Sheriff came to Jake's house talking about bring out your son and all this shit. Jake was like, fuck that. Killed a couple Edomites and got the fuck out of Dodge. And after that, they never found the Jake, at least it don't say. But through that whole period, Esau just went through killing Jake. Period. Any nigga they seen, they would just kill him. That's that. Yep. That's that sevenfold coming back, man.
I got a precept. This is Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 10, and it reads, "Lest favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua." So, man, this devil, he can't be upright, man. He can't be righteous. It's not, the Most High didn't make him, like it say in the one scripture, what the Lord made crooked cannot be straightened, man. Yeah. In Ecclesiastes.
It says who can ever change his spots. God. It's not possible, man. Esau's the devil.
You can see it in your daily journey, man. That this devil can't. There's nothing upright about this bitch, man. Because he's not even a real man. A man has integrity. This nigga has nothing. You know, this fucking vagabond. There's nothing upright about him. And like I say, you can see it in your daily journeys when you go about your daily travels and you seeing how the world is. You know, there's nothing just about it.
You got it all.
Yeah, Isaiah 25:7.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 25 verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. You're gonna get that one to go with it. The cherub that cover.
Oh yeah, kind. I got you. You can break that down.
Basically, this is saying the most High is gonna destroy the one that's in rulership right now. All right, another scripture to go with it is 2 Esdras 6 and 9.
Because of the
Esau's the end of this world.
That was done.
Esau's the end of this world, and Jacob is the one to come.
I got it. Esau's the end of this world. Jacob's beginning of that falling. Alright, so the one that's ruling right now, he's gonna get destroyed. He's that covering cast over all the people. Because wherever you go in this world, you're still somewhat under the dominion of the so-called white man. His power reaches everywhere. Alright? You can go to Afghanistan and still face the wrath of the Edomite with their army over there. Alright, they can run up on you. You go to one of the Pacific Islands, they run up on you. Alright, wherever he go, every spot on this planet, alright, he's trying to take complete control of it. That's why I call him the covering cast.
Or if he doesn't have control over it, his influence is over it.
You got that, alright,
yeah. Ezekiel 24 and 14. Ezekiel 28 and 14. It's a lot. Thou art the anointed cherub that covers.
And that's the anointed cherub is Esau right now.
Yep.
Edom, his rulership.
And he is, and I have set thee so, thou was upon the holy mountain of Yahweh, thou hast walked up and down in the midst of stones of fire. And basically, the whole point is the anointed cherub that comes. That's Esau, man.
Let me read this verse over again. Isaiah 25 and 7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Yeah. All right, so that cherub, that covering cast is going to get destroyed, which is Esau, the so-called white man. Yeah. You rule right now, but you're going to be destroyed. All right, if any of you goddamn crackers come across this, you scoffers, anybody, you're going to be knocked out of your powership. You're not going to go on to rule forever.
Yep, and it's being destroyed by the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And they say this, you Edomites, a lot of you Christians say Esau is done away with, Esau is done away with. There's no proof of that. There's no facts. Where's the facts that Esau has been done away with? Oh, Obadiah has been fulfilled. No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Can you get that real quick?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 16, and it reads, there is no end of all the people.
So like certain prophecies in Obadiah have been being fulfilled, but Esau being completely destroyed has not happened yet. You gotta
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 16. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them.
Yep, so there's no end of all people. Esau's still here on the planet Earth right now, ruling, man. Ruling, fucking shit up, being a devil that the Most High created him to be. Esau ain't done away with, man. You Christians are crazy, man. Esau is still on this planet, and it's still being proven that if Esau's been done away with, what year did this happen in, man? Because when you go on Wikipedia, it even says Herod was an Edomite. So when was these Edomites destroyed, man? When? You give a date, something. Because you just saying, oh, that's been done away with. No, it hasn't, man. Shit, even in the New Testament, it talks about the son of perdition, man, Esau. Well, going around fucking everything up, destroying everything, committing. Who is the one committing all this sin upon the planet Earth if Esau isn't him? Who is the motherfucker destroying the world? It ain't Elam. Last time I checked, Elam ain't Elam out there with their dots on their head. They ain't Ishmael, even though y'all like to claim them terrorists. It ain't them. They ain't ruling the whole world.
Otherwise,
it ain't us.
Muslims.
Yeah.
If the Arabs was ruling the world, we'd be Muslims. If Africans was ruling the world, we'd all be chucking spears.
And eating shit.
If
Indians having cow piss on our head.
The so-called white man's ruling the world. That's why you see motherfuckers in a suit and tie in Japan.
Yeah.
Alright? And the McDonald's everywhere.
Even that nigga in Korea, the Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. The white man's suit.
They wearing a suit. That nigga, that ain't the ancient garbs of Moab and Ammon. That ain't the ancient things they used to wear. And that dude went to fucking Harvard, man.
Right.
Out there in London. That nigga's learned up in Esau school. So if it ain't Esau, who is it, man?
Where and who is he?
Yeah, where and who is he? If it's not Esau, where the fuck and who is he, man? Because these other nations ain't ruling the world. Got something real quick. This is Revelation 6 and 4. There went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast saying, Come and see, and behold, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat him had a pair of balances in his hand. And basically, the point was talking about Esau, man. Esau being this red horse. Notice how the horse was red, like Esau. And it said to take.
About that in the book.
Yeah, that what it talks about in that book. And it says to take peace from the earth. With this devil in power, man, everybody's out of peace, man. This isn't peace. Everyone's in sorrow. Everyone's in mourning. Even Esau's own people is in mourning. And it says a great sword was given to him. What was Esau's blessing, man? Going all the way back to when Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau. Esau's blessing was the sword. It's really simple and plain, man. It's not hard to grasp that this. You motherfuckers really just scared because y'all know y'all Edomites, man. Oh shit! And we really Edomites. We fucked. Well, y'all are fucked, man. Y'all going into slavery, and then we gonna burn y'all up, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Can I read that? This book right now.
You got something? You got it.
Okay. All right. So this is this is the spirit. I'm reading this book because I'm skimming through as the brother is talking, and I get to the 8th chapter, and it's called the final act. In the paragraph, it says Isaac, Esau, Edom. It says, in this final act of God's script for the world, we find appearing on the center stage the same two characters which first made their appearance in Genesis 25, that being Esau and Jacob. The end of the script, reading just as most would expect and hope, with justice and a happy ending. Here we find God's people, Israel, being delivered from the hand of their enemy, Edom, who ends up being destroyed. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as you have done. It shall be done unto you. Your reward shall return upon your own head. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. What is being talked about in this verse is the elimination of Esau as a people.
Elimination.
There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
Ain't gonna be one Edomite that's walking around like them niggas say from ITR. Oh, it's gonna be one Edomite that's going naked.
Fuck that. That's like not Herod, but it was another Edomite during the time of was it Samuel? I don't know. It's one. Never mind.
Talking about Esau gonna be in the kingdom after they just
fuck all that. With this decree, God has signed and sealed Esau's death warrant. For this, and I had stopped there when he was talking. I was like, I gotta read this out. It's cold. It's cold as hell. Let me read that again. With this decree, God has signed and sealed Esau's death warrant. For this scene, the character Esau Edom makes his final exit off stage, which means he is forever eliminated from the world scene.
See, why can he get it? Why? Hey, if you want to hide something from somebody, put it in a book.
Oh, man, for real. The book Jubilees says that when Esau would gain dominion, Okay, yeah, Salaki. Alright, here then we
Hey,
have
skip
the...
to the con.
Here then
We gonna fuck with that.
we have the extermination of an entire race or group of people, the Edomites. Today, this is often called genocide. The Bible actually prophesies the genocide of Esau and Edom.
And that's crazy because he told you who the Edomites were. He said that they were the Rothschilds.
And who the Rothschilds?
The Edomites, man. The
Caucasians.
Caucasians, yeah. Amalek, the motherfucking white people. He even said that you motherfuckers are Edomites, man. That the Lord prophesied against y'all, that y'all gonna be eradicated, taken off the stage, taken off the scene from the earth, man.
Alright,
after your slavery.
That shit gets funny as hell. Hold on. Salaki. The Bible actually prophesied the genocide of Esau and Edom. Knowing this, we must put ourselves in the role of Esau to understand what is happening today.
Ooh.
If your role called for your destruction, would you not want to change your or circumvent that scene? Somebody look up circumvent.
Meaning turn it around.
Yeah, kind of.
Circumvent and trying to change it.
So, hold on, what's that scripture that says talking about how Esau
Short time.
No. How hard it was to find out the information of Esau? Damn, it's not, I can't.
I don't know. I got something real quick.
Okay, kind of.
This is Revelations 12 and
I was on to sign out the things. Yeah,
I already Esau. That's open.
Okay.
I already the things of Esau sold out. This is Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have a short time. And that's what that book said. If you knew that you was these motherfuckers, that you the Edomites, when you try to change the script, that's what Esau's trying to do. He gonna try to come down with his great wrath because he knows he has a short time, man. He gonna try to change up the plan. But hey, like this says real quick, if I could grab it, it says Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that his hands cannot perform his enterprise. So Yahweh Shai is not gonna let this devil get what he want, man. No matter how much he try to stop it or bring or switch up the script, it's not gonna happen. Yahweh Shai has numbered you, and you're through, man. You're through, Esau.
Ooh. Why is it that the Jew is running around trying to get laws passed internationally and nationally to prevent any acts that could be construed as leading to or causing genocide? If your life was on the line, would you not be doing the same?
Okay, hey, Esau, you just trying to save yourself.
And then,
it don't matter.
And then afterwards, it starts to go into how World War II came into play.
Oh, shit.
Because that was the whole thing about World War II. These Khazars came into our land, took over our land with the Balfour Declaration. And after that, they tried to make it to as they was,
World War II, the whole setup too.
It was a setup.
It was a set. Yeah, fuck. It was a fuck. It's a.
And it goes into
a fake news article.
It goes into all of that, man. And it talks about the Holocaust. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna skip down a little bit.
Oh, you devils ain't skipping the Holocaust this time.
Oh man, y'all really gonna have to catch that fire, boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna skip down a significant amount of information, but it says a few paragraphs down to show the world that this new crime of genocide is a potential threat. The Jews found it necessary to fabricate the monstrous lie of their Holocaust story.
Bro, this just say a monstrous lie?
Oh my God!
Oh, that's a cold.
I gotta read this book. For real.
That's a destroyer.
Oh shit! Let me read that again. To show the world that the new crime of genocide is a or a potential threat, the Jews found it necessary to fabricate the monstrous lie of their Holocaust story, where 6 million of their race was allegedly killed by Nazi Germany during World War II.
It never happened.
This worked effectively to play on the sympathy of most people, especially when it was presented in a dramatic and emotional manner.
So he just saying it's all bullshit.
It was bullshit. And it keeps going on how much bullshit it was. I'm reading this book tonight.
You got that?
Yeah, I got that over there.
That's funny as hell.
You cross out with you.
Okay.
I got
Then whatever Mohawk got.
who's getting that first?
You are.
Alright, this is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6. How are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Alright, so Esau is being discovered. Alright, the things he buried and kept well hidden are being unchained, they're being loosened.
Right? One piece is being found.
We're no longer it's no longer a secret of who the wicked one is. Alright, I just got one more second. Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Alright, so Esau's rulership ultimately will lead to the end of the world. When Esau's in rulership, he's going to bring the earth into a downward climb. Alright, but it says Jacob's is the beginning of it that follows. So after Esau is out of power, Jacob is going to be established. Alright, so what group of people right now is ruling? Alright, the so-called white man. It's just simple, basic math. Alright, it says Esau is going to rule at the end of the world. Just look and see who's ruling. So-called white man. Simple as that. Easy and done. And Jacob is going to be the beginning that followeth. After this place goes down, the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're going to be the ones that rise up and rule in the new world for the rest of eternity.
That's right.
Simple as that. Whoever got one, they got it.
This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Yes, you are the wicked, Esau. And the people against whom the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai have indignation forever. The Most High has indignation, which is righteous judgment against y'all forever, man. And I got one more real quick. This is to go with this. This is Exodus chapter 17 and verse 16. And it reads, for he said, because the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai have sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So yeah, the Most High got beef with y'all from generation to generation. And if you go to the book of Genesis in chapter 36, it shows you that Amalek is one of the top tribes within the nation of Edom.
How'd you find out? You got it.
Okay.
You got it like, yeah, I'm so like,
you broke it down?
Yeah, I broke it down.
Okay, this is out of the book History of the American Indians. Alright, by James Adair. Alright, he came to the Americas when the so-called Latinos and Native American Indians were here. Alright, he was studying so-called Indians, finding out how they're actually Hebrew Israelites and how they're the customs that they kept. Alright, this was a statement that he had recorded from some of the so-called Indians. Alright, so this is what page is this? This is page 34 out of the History of the American Indians, the book right here. Alright, this is further down. The page says, even the Indians who were formerly bred in amity with us, and in it's two different words. A-M-I-T-Y and the other one.
Okay, never
mind. Who were formerly bred in amity with us, and in enmity to the French, used to call us in their war orations, Hotuk Okros, which means the accursed people, but they flatter themselves with the name Hotuk or Ritapa, the beloved people, because their supposed ancestors, as they affirm, were under the immediate government of the deity. All right, so basically, when the so-called white man first came over here, the certain Gadites that they ran into was calling, what to say, Hatuk, I think he said a Protos. They was calling them the cursed people, and they was calling themselves Hatuk Oditopa, calling themselves the blessed people, and they said it was set up that they're the government. All right, so
they had a recollection of being Yasharala in a sense,
and they knew that the so-called white man was that wicked seed that cursed them, the motherfuckers that go around and cause problems, the pale skins, the ghost skins, the wicked ones.
They said very particularly manner and the descendant. Directed them by prophets, while the rest of the world were aliens and outlaws to the covenant. So they knew they were the Israelites, man. They knew that. They knew who you were. They knew you was a cursed people, the motherfucker. Because when you came on, what you do? You just went killing. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, you gotta watch them.
You just walk on the land and just start killing motherfuckers. What the fuck? Esau's the only nation who just go, I'm gonna discover this and go murder everybody. Because when Solomon went over here getting peacocks and Haman,
they ain't go on a fucking safari. He
ain't gonna kill everybody.
He ain't give order to go on a safari hunt.
Yeah, they ain't go kill all the animals out there. What the fuck is wrong with Esau? If Esau would have found this land by itself, barren, Jacob would have came over here like, what the fuck is this place? This place looks destroyed. What the? Ain't no animals here. It's concrete everywhere.
This land is worse than what we have thought.
Yeah, this place is horrible. Because Esau, wherever Esau goes, is death and hell. That's all that follows behind him. It's like a cloud of torment. When Esau walks, he might as well have smoke, a big, dark, black shard of smoke following behind him. Big ass power plant, man. You got something?
Kind. But everything you just said, that's why it's coming back on you, Esau, and it's prophesied. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, and I'm going to start at verse 5, but the point being in 6. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. So since y'all love blood so much and Freddy Krueger so much and shit like that, that it's gonna come back on y'all double, and we're gonna see how much y'all really fucking love it, man. Oh, okay, and with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do well and who labor in this work for us. I came to have the proper breakdowns of the scriptures. We also want to say peace and salutations to you Akim across the four corners of the globe, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as you confusion of faces. And with that, shalom.
Shalom. Drop this chair.